All right, moving on to the parent page here. This is very important. If you haven't already, please make sure your parents have looked at the website. They're aware of the website. They've looked at least at the home page, the about page. They know the parent page itself because this is part of that page that tells them about the booster club and about the Privet sign up. Now, there has been some hiccups with the Privet website, so try and get on there. The AD has not gotten back to me yet whether or not you guys and girls need physicals. From my understanding, you shouldn't because we're not a physical sport because MSHA or Missouri State Athletic Association categorizes speech and debate as a sport. But, you know, I'm pretty sure we're excused. I'm like 99% sure we're excused when it comes to physicals and all that. So, sign up for Privet. Please make sure your parents download the instructions, go to the website, follow that, and make sure it's good to go. I can tell on my end whether or not you've signed up, so by all means, if you have any questions, I know a couple kids have already emailed me. I email it directly to the Privet sponsor or representative in our area, and she is quick to respond, so bless her heart. She will help kind of resolve these issues if there are any. So don't worry about the physicals right now. Just worry about signing up and doing what you can about the Privet and asking your parents if they would like to be involved in a booster club to contact me at my email. That being said, we have the tournament here. Now there is, like we said, a maximum amount that you can go to per semester. There are 11 tournaments throughout the season that you can attend. Now, these are regular season. There are, I believe, 3 that are excluded from this list. And my understanding, it would be state quals, state tournament, and national tournament in June, is my understanding. But I do have them marked below, so by all means, if I'm wrong, you can always just check the tournament website. I'm showing you these so that you can look ahead and schedule these weekends off, especially the 24th and 25th of January. That is the Jefferson City Capital Classic. We are partnering with our sister debate program, the J Debate, and helping them and assisting them in running a tournament this year. So we haven't decided whether or not we want it to be open or just varsity. Either way, we're going to help them out, and then starting probably next year and the year after, we'll think about hosting our own tournament. And they will have either the varsity and novice tournament, and we'll have the other one, and go from there. So just a heads up, please make sure that you have January 24th and 25th marked on your calendars. You've taken it off of work, etc. You've been given plenty of time. It's on the calendar right here and on the website, so no excuse why you didn't see it. It's right there. And then once we get into qualifying tournaments, there's a lot of things that I'll consider. How many tournaments did you go to throughout the year? How involved are you with the team? How devoted and motivated are you throughout the year? As well as success when it comes to taking your pieces out. I am a coach that will look at who has the best chances. A lot of coaches don't like this. They think that, well, if I have a senior and she has a DI and I have a sophomore that has a DI, I'm going to give that senior the qual spots. No, honestly, if the sophomore is doing better, is more devoted, and has put more effort into the team than the senior has, then that's on the senior, not on the sophomore. Age is not a limiter or a factor when it comes into me deciding who gets to go and doesn't go to qualifying tournaments. I've had freshmen through seniors go and qualify, so there's no reason why age should be a factor in that. And then if you flip over, there is the point board, and I've been doing this with my past teams, where as you progress throughout the year, whether you get your points and your wins, losses, etc., you rack up points and degrees in speech and debate. And so as soon as you get your NSDA accounts transferred over to Capital City, I will put them up on this board, and I will update it, or at least try to update it every week or every other week. And by all means, feel free to check it. The kids always do. And if there is something missing or if there's something wrong, let me know. To err is human, and so is Proctor. And then over on the left side, I have the top 10. So whoever on the team has the top 10 points, I list them below in that space on the left there. And I rank them 1 through 10, so everyone knows who's first, who's second, and etc. I give awards to those in the top 5 every single year. And it's a tradition I've done. These are things I buy out of pocket, so you'll get like a movie gift card, candy of your choice, all these other things. So basically at the beginning of the year, I'll give you a little sheet that says, what's your favorite pop, candy, etc. And you're going to fill that out, because if you make the top 5, I fill a basket with all of that stuff. So it's kind of a nice homage to you for putting in the work, the effort, etc. for that. So I've had kids get, 3 top 5 baskets at awards, 3 years in a row, because they really put in the effort their sophomore year, their, junior year, senior year. You all have the advantage because, you have no juniors or seniors to compete with. So might as well try and get all the points that you can in at one time. But by all means, that's up to you, and I'll tell you, if you want to get to the outstanding distinction or the premier distinction, you have to meet that 11 tournaments every year. I know it gets difficult, but that is spread out throughout the entire year. So if you think about it, just divide and conquer. 5 or 6 per semester, and you're set to jet when it comes to achieving those points and getting there. But by all means, the more work you put into speech debate, the more you get out of it. You can't say that for any other sport or organization. So we have that advantage for us. And last but not least, when we're looking at the website, we have the resources page. Now the last little tab there, it says summer workshops. It's the online, I think it says online speech debate camp or whatever. I've retitled it and kind of revamped that page, as you can obviously see, over today and tomorrow and throughout the week. But the resources page is something that you're going to go to a lot this week and throughout the course of our class time, because I'm going to put all of my classroom resources on there. If you click on competitive drama resources, there are so many links to help you find pieces. If you go to Extemp Oratory Informative, there's a lot of brainstorming activities to help you get started, and you're going to use a lot of those this week if you've chosen any of these events. Congress, I've kind of piggybacked into the debate category just because it fits in there, and it's talking about, legislation and arguing, and it fits more in that retrospect, even though I consider it a speech category. And then obviously the last tab is the workshops or the online debate that you'll click on there. So by all means, that's where you can resource or at least get a hold of those resources in that aspect. Now, the most important thing when it comes to looking at this year is setting goals for yourself, the team, and just our organization in general. When it comes to the team itself, recruitment is my biggest key and push this year. We have to recruit. I don't care if we get people second semester, if we get them fourth quarter, if we can get them over the summer, if we can get them throughout this year, that's going to be the best thing for us. My goal in 5 years is to have more speech and debate classes than I do English courses. My other goals are to make debate class an awaited English credit class. My goal is to have that done and established by your senior year. And it's quite possible. In fact, if I don't get it done by the end of next year, I'll be very, very surprised. So, that being said, it's looking at, recruitment, spreading awareness about the team, making sure that Capital City High School, all the students know about speech and debate. They know the benefits and why and how it's such a great opportunity for individuals. And that's spreading awareness. That's being a good representative of our team and yourself and Capital City High School in general, in and outside of school, because you would be amazed about how much impact it really does have. One of the biggest things that I will ask of you is to do 2 things. First, have fun, and second, learn. If you have fun with what you're doing, so in retrospect of, if you're doing LD, if you're competing in Congress, if you're competing in humorous interpretation, whatever it may be, have fun with it. Find joy. in what you're doing. That is one of my goals for you personally to achieve this year. And then secondly, to learn. Learn from your victories and learn from your defeats. If you didn't get first place, that's okay. Now, granted, I'm the worst when it comes to that. I am a perfectionist at heart. If I have that Ricky Bobby mentality, if it isn't first, I'm last. And I'm really working hard to kind of fix that. Now, granted, I won't put that on you kids. That's just what I do to myself. And sometimes a lot of kids in this program have that mentality too. And they think, oh, I got 5th, or oh, I got 6th. I'm terrible. No, you got 5th. You got 6th. There's only 5 or 4 people that were better than you at the entire tournament. Out of the 20s, 50s, hundreds of kids, and sometimes thousands if we're talking nationals, who competed in your said event or your said debate. So it's nothing to be ashamed of if you don't achieve 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, whatever place it is. If you don't break to quarters, you don't break the sims, finals, etc., it's okay. And I'm going to ask you the same 2 questions every weekend. 1, did you have fun? And 2, did you learn anything? Because what you're going to find is if you have fun with what you're doing and you continue to learn from your ups and downs, you're going to see that you are going to be successful. You will strive to always be better. That is something overarching that you need to be achieving and working towards throughout the entire year. If I didn't get a 1, why didn't I get a 1? What do I need to do to get that 1 in the room? If I didn't get a victory, if I lost, I dropped 2 judges last weekend, why did I drop them? Look at those ballots. Understand what it was and how you can be better for the next weekend or the next tournament or the next topic. Look at your case. Did they understand it? Look at your speaker points. Could you speak more clearly, slowly? What is it that they have written down? Now, granted, when we go over ballots, you'll understand that not every judge is perfect. Not every judge should be listened to. There have been plenty of ballots in my days that I have just taken from the kid's hand and thrown away because they're not helping and they won't benefit the kids. And because A, it's either going to distract them from having fun, and B, it's going to keep them from learning something. So, by all means, what I ask overall is just have fun, learn something every weekend, and always strive to be better. Never settle. If you get first place 4 weekends in a row, that's great. But don't settle. Keep working to make yourself better. Find something that you can improve upon and continue to do so. And then look at what you're doing great and continue to thrive in those areas as well.